Oh, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire. Effed off Leicester for Manchester. He's effing massive. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough of that. Yes, people, road trip time. Here it is. United are having the reaction again. How many times do we have to react from a bad defeat or bad result or bad performance? But it's different this time. We've dissected Sevilla. We've dissected that game over and over again. There isn't much more to say or dissect from it. Let's be honest, because United dominated the game in complete control. Couple of lapses, some very lucky moments. Unfortunate ones for United, lucky moments for Sevilla, that is, and we ended up 2-2. We're still in the tie. We can still beat Sevilla on Thursday, but first of all, it's the City ground. We have to deal with a battling Nottingham Forest. Or the Nottingham Forest fans I've been speaking to, Nottingham Forest that look done for. Absolutely on their arses, basically, is what they're saying. Why did we buy Shelvey? I mean, why did Nottingham Forest buy half the 50 million players that they bought in the summer? My God. I looked at it and I thought, recipe for disaster. The home record was holding up, then that started to fail, and with it, fall of Nottingham Forest into the relegation zone, and that's where they are now. Manchester United on paper, no matter who is missing or who starts today, should be confident of taking 3 points from this. Beforehand, I mean, for instance, when back in, February, when we were competing, January I think it was actually, at the City ground, in the Carabao Cup, I thought, tough game. They had an amazing record for a promoted team coming up from the Championship at home. And now, like I said, it has buckled a bit, and that's why they're on the slide. They was always able to bank on their home form, Nottingham Forest, and not being able to do that now, and looking like they're on that slippery slope, signing a new contract, Cooper, and then it going downhill. It's that them big decisions in seasons when everyone around them pretty much has changed manager. They didn't. They gambled on keeping and backing their man. And Cooper's got them so far. He's done all right, but he's finding it tough now. And I think from the outside, and Nottingham Forest fans can correct me on this one, there looks a bit of unrest within the squad. There's too many chefs in the kitchen. The Nottingham Forest fans I know and who I was speaking to today have said to me, it's like, John Joe Shelvey, what, why? And I just looked over and went, that man is poisonous. That's all I'll say. He just does not look like the man you want when you need someone to fight for you. Yeah, he may fight, but he'll do it in a stupid way and get himself sent off. And from the games I've seen so far, he's just not cutting it. There's a few, to be honest. I don't want to dig him out, Lord Voldemort, but let's be honest. They're where they are for a reason, and that's because they're not performing on the pitch. I just think there's too many players there. There's too many players who think that they are the answer. They've been unlucky with Wood and the injury that they've got there with him after signing him from Newcastle. And you know what? I talked about United being lucky and unlucky. I mean, the injuries for Nottingham Forest the same. Unable, and it's very clear, when you're not able to be consistent with your team selection, you start to falter. I think this is where United have had to dig results out, because we just cannot keep the same team fit. We can't start the same team. We haven't ever had, apart from the City game, a full squad to pick from, and that's just going to see us through to the end of the season now. It's settled, isn't it? I mean, Garnacho looks like May, looks like Martinez is now going to be the end of the season at best. We don't know what's happening with Varane. Where is Luke Shaw? Marcus Rashford's nearly fit, and Martial's having to have an ice bath after every hour played. What can you do? What can you do? How can you handle that as a manager? Let's not forget pre-Maradona, Mr. Cristiano thrown in the mix there, and then us having to scrape the barrel in terms of loan signings. And I'm not saying that lightly or any way disrespectfully for the likes of Sabitzer and Weghorst, because both of them players have pulled their weight, and really they have impressed in part, and they have contributed to this team this season. For me, I feel like Sabitzer now is the main starter. I think after his performance against Sevilla really does. And yeah, he got nullified in the end. Sevilla did figure that out. They figured that sort of false 9/10 between Martial and Sabitzer the other night and nullified it. So we have to just find different ways. Sabitzer, I think, is that hybrid player. I think he can play higher up and 8. I think 8 is his perfect position. He's got the engine. He gets up and down. He's not panicked on the ball. He's got a good finish on him. He's very composed. and he can handle the pressure, has to start. Now, until the end of the season for me, he has to, because he's been there, he's done it. He knows what this is about. And you need big players and big characters in your team. Casemiro being back is what keeps me thinking that we are going to get through this. We're still going to get to that semi-final. We will beat Brighton, hopefully. I'm confident we can, only because we've got Casemiro in the team. Him alongside Bruno. Obviously, Bruno can't play in the second leg. Gutted. Again, a reason why Sabitzer should be playing in that game. But Premier League, FA Cup, Bruno, Casemiro and Sabitzer, I have confidence in that team holding out. We will eventually get Luke Shaw back. He's walking fine. There's no real issue. He's at the game the other night. And Ten Hag has hinted that Luke Shaw isn't going to be too far away, hopefully. Also hinting that Marcus Rashford isn't going to be too far away. And if we can only get 45 an hour out of Anthony Martial, then that is massive for Manchester United. That is huge that Marcus Rashford could be coming back. But I'll say this, I said it on the live show at the press conference reaction video, I said it in my vlog after the Sevilla game. If these players are not fully fit, don't play them. I will take the bad performance and having to grind it out, even if it's a draw or whatever, rather than kill another career by forcing a player to play because we haven't got the numbers. Send the message. Send the message is what I say. Send the message to the owners, to the board, the hierarchy. These are the players we're having to play because these are the only ones fit. If they're not good enough to play for Manchester United and get the victory and beat a team that's in the relegation zone, then that's your fault. That's what you've left us with. It's as simple as that. Play them only if they're fully fit. No messing. Don't be thinking, oh, he's a late fitness test or a painkilling injection or any of that garbage. No. If you're not fit, you don't play. It's as simple as that. We've seen what it did to Rashford last season. I don't even know if we've seen that with Sancho right now because he doesn't look fit. He doesn't look like he can play a 90 minutes too. How is it we've got two players at the age they are in Martial and Sancho and we cannot get 90 minutes out of them? What is wrong? It has to have been something before now Martial has been treated. Because if you're fit to start a game, you should be looking to commit to the rest of the season and work your minutes up game after game after game. But it just seems to be set in stone that we cannot play Martial ever again for 90 minutes. That's bad. 25 minutes the other night against Sevilla, it was like, oh my days, this is Martial from Van Gaal era. Absolutely untouchable. And that link up with that midfield three of Casemiro, Sabitzer and Bruno was absolutely ripping Sevilla apart. The wingers contributing on both sides in Sancho and Anthony in that as well. It was frightening to watch and the game should have been put to bed. We dillied, we dallied, and then we got punished. Simple. Lapses in contracts. Jesus, let that get there. Plenty of them to discuss as well soon, hopefully. Good or bad. But lapses in concentration at this level are going to get punished, and we are the finest. We are the finest at it. We do have them moments. Right now, we haven't got a forward line that can give us a 3-goal lead. Not in the Premier League. This game against Nottingham Forest, I can see it being tight. I can see United coming away with a 1-0 victory in this one. I really can. I said that because I said this on the live video the other day. I think if there's any more incentive for a defender or a defensive midfielder, whoever it is, not to concede again, it won't top what happened at Sevilla the other night. The fact that they were in so much control of that game and then them lapses cost us a 2-2 draw. If I was to play going into this Forest game, I'd be going, this ain't happening again. There's no way I'm letting that happen again. And the players will be switched on and focused. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's not so much the reaction, because I was happy with the performance against Sevilla. I haven't got a problem with it. But sometimes in football, things happen. We brought 2 players off because they were being warned about getting a red card. So Ten Hag made substitutions thinking that them players would be sent off. How ironic that because we made all our substitutions, we ended up playing with bleeding 10 men anyway. Now that is just pure luck. That is rotten luck. Manchester United cannot afford to live on that edge, I don't think. We need to be solid and secure. 2-goal leads, 3-goal leads. We haven't got it. So what do we have to do to make that level, to draw that level? We have to be fully switched on constantly. And that is only going to come with clean sheets now with United this season, I feel. With no Martial for 90 minutes and no Rashford, I don't see United being able to overturn the lead. I don't see United being able to score more than 2 goals. The defence has to be on point, and I've said this all season. Manchester United's defence has carried the forward line. Marcus Rashford alone, great. All the other forwards, in terms of goal contribution, it's not enough. There is some brilliant work off the ball, and I'm not ignoring that. Everyone has put in a shift this season, and it's been a lot better. But right now, on this last 8 games now, Manchester United have to be... We have to be on it as a team. If it means grinding out 1-0s here, there and everywhere, that's what it's going to be. You've got threats all over this front line for Nottingham Forest. Take that away from them. Take that threat away from them. Defend as a team. Defend high. Make sure you're on to every second ball. Just match their energy and you will win the game. Match their energy. And match their... Not just their energy, just their will to battle and fight for them second balls, because I can see a sort of Newcastle result coming again if we don't, because that's what Nottingham Forest are. They're a battling team at the bottom of the league. They'll wait for that one set piece, that one little mistake from United. We have to be switched on from the get-go. I think United will take the game to Nottingham Forest, and I think Manchester United will come out victorious. And I think that is going to put us right on the track for top 4 confirmation. Them 3 wins in a row, if we do beat Forest, they're going to be what I think has clinched it. Because everyone else's position in the league and everyone dropping points, I feel, is just going to play into United's hands now. I've looked at everyone else's fixtures below us and they're all tough. They've all got big games. I mean, Brighton have got to play City and Arsenal. I can't see them beating any of them. So there's 2 games gone for Brighton. They're already, what are they behind us now? About 10 or something, 7. If they win their game in hand, it's too far. So we're looking at Spurs and Newcastle. That's it. Newcastle have got to play Arsenal yet. Got to look at this now and go, this is our opportunity. We're playing Forest. We've got Wolves coming up. We've got Bournemouth coming up. All we need is 3 more wins, I think, in the Premier League. Couple of draws, and that's it. We're done. We're home and dry. Back in the Champions League. And then we can forget about nights like the other night, because we won't be playing on a Thursday night. Guys, I could go on forever as always. But remember, Maguire will start. Anyway. Shut up, Adam. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. I'll see you outside the City ground, hopefully. Talking big United win. It won't, but hopefully just a win. See you in a bit, peeps.